Hi, it's Ed from Runnable. This is my park run review of the Northala, not Northla, as you'll see in the video, Parkrun, somewhere near Ruislip, and I was dropping my daughter off at a football tournament, so I thought I'd go and quickly do a parkrun and then rush back to watch her school team win their tournament. So on penalties, by the way, with my daughter scoring the winning goal. So was it success all round? Well, find out and see whether this shoe, the Puma Fastar Nitro Elite 3, carried me to victory or wallowed me in defeat. So watch the rest of the video and we'll do a quick review. See you later. Bye-bye. So I've arrived at Northala Fields Parkrun. We'll see how it goes today. I've been rushing around even, trying to get my daughter to football. That's why I'm here. It's near Ruislip, quite a way away from North London. It took me about 45 minutes to get here. Looks like a good one though. Nice and sunny and hot. And yeah, I'm just going to follow the leader today. Follow the leader. Remember that? I'm going to follow the leader if I can. Let's not get too cocky. The leader may be way faster than you. And we'll see how it goes. And hopefully all will be well. So I will see you soon. And oh yeah, sorry, got the Pumas on. Puma Fastars. Yeah. So I'll see you in a bit. Bye bye.
Quiet, please!
Thank you. So, today, thankfully the weather is holding up. That's how it should be. I don't know if it's rain today. We have some milestones. I know I've got a very big one, so that's what we're going to talk about. But first of all, can we give a round of applause to all the volunteers? No volunteers, no parkrun. So if you do want to volunteer, please do sign up. There's a board just over there. Thank you. Do we have anybody doing their first parkrun? Woo! Do we have any tourists from far away? Not far away. Medium far away. Woodley near Reading. Great. Melbourne. So we're going to look at the milestones. So anybody doing the 10 volunteer or junior? No. Okay. Anybody doing the 5th year? Oh. Anybody doing the 100? Okay, anybody doing the 250? She's stretching now. Oh, anyone doing their 25th? Yeah, oh. Now, anybody doing their 500 per hour?
you.
Nice, in line.
Thank you. Oh, I get it.
You've got your ID.
Yeah.
Take your time whenever you're ready.
Yeah. So all done, and spoiler alert, I won. Yeah, I hung with some guy for about a lap. Well, not even a lap, sorry, it's not really a lap, it's more like a few K, and then I just left him. I thought I'm not going at a fast enough pace really, but it was good that he was there. It was eased me into the run, and then I just let go. In the end I ran 17:39, which, because it's my first park run here, and considering I ran the first couple of K really within myself, I'm absolutely delighted with that. You know, I reckon I could PB here. I reckon I could go sub 16. Sorry, what am I about? Sub 17. Don't get ahead of yourself, Ed. It is that kind of park run where you can get away, nothing much in your way. There's no really overtaking back markers like there is in Oak Hill, and it's fairly flat. There are some undulations, but fairly flat. As usual, really well organised, marshals everywhere. Just had to ask a couple of times which way to go. It is a little bit confusing. There's lots of loops and turns and what have you, but it's well marshalled and it's well marked in general, so you should be okay. There's just a couple of times, particularly when I went into that woodland area, I had to turn around to make sure the guy behind me was following me. But yeah, really well marshalled as usual, as they are, as most of these parkruns are really. And yeah, I would thoroughly recommend this as a potential PB course. And the Pumas, as always, were brilliant. Just kept me flowing, bouncing along. Let me show you them. Really nice 5k shoe actually. I mean, I think they could be one of the most versatile racing shoes out there. I mean, I ran the hang half of them and went sub 120, and it felt really good towards the end of it. I got the feeling this could be a marathon shoe, you know. It's a little bit firm, but I think actually by the end of the marathon, that's not a bad thing. You don't want it bottoming out, so I just got a feeling it could be good for all race distances. As you can see, it's quite windy today. There was a bit of headwind and tailwind at times, so it wasn't perfect. It got hot as well towards the end, so it actually was quite nice, that breeze. But yeah, absolutely delighted, and I'll come here again. I will, and I'll go for a PB next time. That's all I want to say. Watch the video, watch the shoe review. Love you later, love you always. And in the comments, please put any questions you have for the Puma Fast Star, or anything you want to know about this park run. It's the Northala park run. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's near Ruislip. I guess that's near Uxbridge, but my geography of this area is pretty poor. I went through Pinner to get here, if that's any good. That Pinner's really nice. Right, I'll see you later. Bye bye. Well done, guys. Yeah, well done. Yeah, cheers, dude. Yeah. Well done. Good work, everyone. Well done. Smashed it. Go on, keep going. Well done. Well done, everyone. Well done. Well done, everyone. Well done. Good work. Good work. Well done, everyone. Well done. Good work. Well done. Great running. Well done. Good running. Well done. No worries. Good work. Let me just take that. Okay. Well done.
1k left. You got this.
Well done, everyone. Well done. Great running. Well done. Great running. Well done. Well done. Really good running, well done. Great running, well done. Good work. Nearly over, well done. Well done. This will be the last one then. Well done, mate. Good work. Right, so I'm here at the Northla, is it?
Northala, yeah.
Northala, sorry, I've already got that wrong. Northala Parkrun, and I'm with
Fowsi.
Fowsi. And how did you get on today, Fowsi?
A bit off, 20 seconds off from my, I don't know, 4-week usual. A bit warm, but trying to pick it up. Finished 5k at the end of the day. So
and some loser beat you today, didn't they?
This guy.
What, me? Yeah, me. I'm a loser. It's that Beck song, isn't it? I'm a loser, baby, so don't want. Yeah, you're too young for that.
Maybe a bit.
Yeah. So your goal, we've been chatting just now, right? And you've got a goal to go under 18, right? And you've been asking me about ways to do that, right? And I'm suggesting more mileage, and it sounds as simple as that, but it is literally. I was where you are now a couple of years ago, really struggling to go under that landmark figure, and I just increased my mileage, and lo and behold, I did it, right? So it's literally going out there, instead of doing your 20 miles a week, did you say, or 20k, 30k a week, sorry, try and get up to 50. I know it's a pain.
Yeah, it's a big pain.
But once you do that, you'll feel the benefits towards the end of your 5k. You really smash it. Yeah. We've got another one here.
Very.
Say hello. Say hello.
Oh, hiya.
Hi. What's your name?
Marion.
Marion.
Yeah.
Good to see you. So do you think you'll be able to do that, or?
I'll try to pick it up. I'll probably sprinkle in some runs to the gym, and maybe a long run on Thursday. I could probably manage to get to 40 kilometers. 50.
That's one of my techniques, actually. Running, like when you're going to do something like gyms or going to the shops, instead of getting in your car or your bike, go for a run. And here's the thing, you don't have to build your mileage up all in one go. Like, you don't have to go out and run 10 miles. You can go out and run 2 miles, have a break, have a coffee, go and run another 2 miles to the gym, go and run another 2 miles home, split it up like that. It doesn't have to be consecutive, right? It's just, in the end of the day, if the figure says 50 at the end of the week, you've done your mileage. So frequency is key, right? But you're going to follow my channel now, are you?
I subscribe.
Yeah,
check it out.
You sub.
Yeah.
Right, dude. Well, any last things? Any last words?
Keep running, I guess.
What would you recommend this park run?
Yeah, definitely. It's a good vibe, especially when the weather's as good as it is today. Yeah.
Northala, right?
Northala, nice. It looks nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very nice. And PB course?
This is my PB course.
And so if people came here, they could do their PB, right?
They could. I'd recommend a flat out course, to be honest. Because
I think it's right. But you could do it. You'd have to be on top form, I think.
100%.
Right. Thank you very much.
Pleasure. Thanks.
See you later, mate. So before we launch into how this shoe did during that amazing park run, let's just quickly go into some key stats for people who don't know anything about this shoe. So we have 180 grams in my UK size 9.5. I went up half a size. I probably didn't need to. It was just the only size that I could get. As you know, as people know anyway, that was trying to get hold of this shoe, it's very difficult. So I just had to put up with half a size extra. I think given the fact it runs long and you get plenty of space in the toe box, I think most of you will be fine going true to size. You might even be able to size half a size down in the shoe. If you've got wide feet like me, I would go true to size. But other than that, I think it's a fairly narrow toe box. So it's kind of like torpedo-like in kind of shape. So just bear that in mind. For those with wide feet, you might find it tight around the midfoot and in the forefoot area. In terms of the upper, you've got this really lightweight micro mesh upper. You can see it's translucent here. You can see your fingers through it. Sorry about the sun. Yeah, it's a really nice upper actually. We get really good lockdown despite being very long on my foot. The lockdown is excellent. And all in all, I really like this upper. I think it's really well designed. The only thing I would change is the tongue. It's too flimsy, you can see there, and it doesn't come up high enough. I think the laces could be slightly better, but I don't really have a huge problem with the laces. And this tongue pillow, as you can see here, doesn't come up high enough. So when you cinch the laces, you can't really cinch on top of that. So that's all I would change about the upper. In terms of the outsole, already starting to see some dints and wear, you can see there. Whether that's actually cosmetic or whether it's actually going to cause long-term problems, I don't know yet. Grip wise, it's fine. You get this really big landing area here, and you have the heel covered, as you can see here. But as you can see by the amount of rubber here compared to down in the heel, you can imagine that this is the area that they really want you to land in, this massive launch pad here. So it's really nice outsole. You know, if I was to score the upper and the outsole, I'd probably give the upper, well, I'll give it 5 out of 5 actually. And the outsole, probably, given the dints and what have you, probably 3.5, maybe 4. We'll have to see how that goes. The grip is typically with Puma shoes very good, but it is very, very thin, this rubber. So I think they've really stripped back every bit of weight in this shoe, and one of the consequences is that the outsole is probably not quite as good as, say, the DB8 Nitro Elite 3, which has got a grippier, probably more robust outsole. Midsole though, midsole is absolutely fantastic, and you've got this Aliphatic TPU, this nice geometry with a rocker. So all in all, with that combination of that amazing foam and this really nice geometry, you can really shift in this shoe. As you saw in the park run, it just keeps me bounding along. So if you're a bounder, you're going to love this shoe. It wants you to hit the ground with force and then toe off and launch yourself forward. The key word there is forward. So a lot of these shoes that you've got, you get this vertical bounce. Obviously you still get vertical bounce here, but it's vertical and forward, so it launches you forward. So that's why I think those efficiency studies, where they decided at the end of the studies that this was like 3% more efficient than most of the top brands racing shoes, is because of that. The way this foam launches you forward, and it combined with the plate, you get that nice spring forward. The plate, I should mention here, it's quite a narrow, thin plate, so you get quite a nice flexibility in this shoe compared to a lot of plates that are really rigid. This one, you can actually move with your fingers like that. Some of them you can't, and it shows there's a little bit more flexibility, which means you get this nice snapback when you land, that gives you that nice pop forward. So all in all, fantastic midsole. The only thing I would say is it really benefits your landing in the forefoot area. Midfoot, as you can see, is a little bit decoupled and exposed, and the heel is quite narrow and thin. So it's really saying, hit me here in this massive launch spring pad. And it is reminiscent, I think, of the Alphafly 1 in that respect, that really wants you to land here and spring forward. And I also get Metaspeed Sky Paris vibes with the way you engage the plate in this shoe. Even though the plate configuration's a lot lower down, you still get that nice spring from that plate. You can feel it. Particularly you heavier runners, you're going to get even more out of this shoe. I see this, if you could think of the persona, the archetypal person who would get most out of this shoe, it's forefoot strikers, bigger guys or ladies that are hitting the ground with force, and people who like to bound, like to propel themselves forward. It's less good, I think, for shufflers and heel strikers, although there are people, I'm sure, that can make this work because it's such a good shoe. So let's talk a little bit about the race itself. So I was going to say Northla, but it's not, it's Northala. Northala Parkrun is, like I said, near Ruislip. It's a really nice parkrun in the sense that you're going along these gravel tracks, tarmac pavements through, there's a little bit that you go through trees. So it's quite varied. You also go by a man-made lake as well, so it's quite varied. You also don't have any issues with passing back markers, so those of you who are a bit speedy, you'll like that because it's potentially a PB course for you. There's a bit where you kind of go round this big mound, which is quite nice. That's the gravel path. And you take this kind of like little mountain pathway, mountain, maybe overdoing it a little bit, mountain, but I'll say it, mountain pathway around this big hill, which I quite liked. And all in all, I think it's one of the better parkruns that I've run in. There's a good 400 people there, almost. Really well marshalled, and it's, whereas I wouldn't say this was the perfect shoe for it, particularly on the gravel tracks, I could feel the plate getting a battering actually. But there were some long stretches which this came into its own. I managed to catch the leader, I think after about 2k, and then ran the last 3 on my own, which was hard work, as it always is when you're on your own. But you know, it's quite nice. You get a quite nice support around the course. So all in all, great shoe. I haven't changed my mind on it. It's still, I think, a really versatile shoe. 5k all the way up to marathon. I think I've started to think this could be a marathon shoe as well. So that's my review of the Puma Fast R Nitro Elite 3 and how it performed today in my 5k parkrun. Let me know if you tried this shoe. I think there was another drop, so hopefully more of you have managed to get hold of it. Let me know what you think of it. If you've run 5, 10Ks, half marathons, marathons. I've now done a 5k and a half marathon in this shoe. I hope to take it on a 10k at some point soon, and then maybe decide whether this could be my New York marathon shoe. It's in the running. That's all I'll say for now. And that is absolutely where I'm going to end it for now. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you appreciate the video, and like I said, leave any questions you've got in the comments. Love you all. See you soon. Let's have it. Bye bye.